Hi everyone, it's February 18, 2009. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is the Schmuck Look. And once again, I'm going to attempt to attach this to another video. I found it most amazing. The Obama signed $787 billion stimulus package on the Associated Press. It was on page 2 or 3 of the News and Politics section of YouTube. If this doesn't attach, you should go to that and watch it. And oh my goodness, more on that in just a bit. I do also want to say that I had watched a video, the kids abusing the cat, and the sheriff of the county is presenting the evidence to the DA. They've got the two kids' names. It was on YouTube for a little bit. YouTube took it off and then deleted their account. Bless you guys. Smart going. Look, I'm going to tell you folks, I cried watching that video. The little bit of the what these two kids did to that cat. Yes, the one was only filming it. He was there. He was aiding and abetting. No animal should have to go through that. But you know what? I also cried for the kids themselves, for their future victims, for all of us. It's a proven fact, folks. People abusers start out as animal abusers. These kids not only need jail time, they also need some real mental help, some psychiatric care. Because they're going to get out. It's just a cat, you know. Think about it. Until it's your cat, or your horse, or your kid. Back to the stimulus thing. The lead story this morning, I saw it at 6:30 a.m., my time here in Vermont. The car makers have gone back to D.C. wanting another $21 billion. Well, of course they're coming back. They got a handout, saw a lot of other people getting handouts, saw, oh my God, some common folk getting some handouts. Now, part of their restructuring plan, GM is going to, and this was GM and Chrysler, by the way. Ford still hasn't yet figured out how to put its hand out. But, okay. GM is going to, axe 47,000 jobs. Now, 21,000 or 26,000 of those jobs will be outside the U.S. Chrysler promised to axe 5,000 jobs. I forget how many plants each was closing. But I want you to think about this. That's a lot of people, not only, here locally with our economy in the dumps as it is, who are now out of work, but they're not going to buy the few cars that are left because part of this restructuring program is to cut unprofitable models. Well, do you think? Gee golly. You build us something we want, something that lasts a while. It's, we're not looking for a box on wheels, but, it doesn't have to be super smart styling. Something the people want and who can still afford it. Duh. I also found it was like the fourth story on the right-hand side. President Obama is, has, okayed the idea to send up to 17,000 more troops to Afghanistan. And I forget how many tens of thousands we've already got there in a country, again, folks, with less than 60 miles of paved road. Atlanta, Georgia has more paved road than that. Dallas, Texas has more paved road than that. Hell, I'll bet Portland, Maine has more paved road than that. And we're sending how many more thousand troops to combat the insurgent militants, or the militant insurgents, however you want to put it. Think about this. At the same time we're doing that with money we don't have, key phrase. We're going to, give more money, I'm sure, to GM and Chrysler, and yet they're going to ask more workers who can no longer afford the cars. Hell, they can't afford the house payments, and they'll no longer be taxpayers supporting an incursion into a country with less than 60 miles of paved road. It ain't no wonder these kids were beating a cat. Look at the insanity of our leaders. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's today's Schmuck Look. Peace.